All right, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing our first Q&A video after coming off of that finale for Fear the Walking Dead Season 5. And the first question for this one is, should we continue to cover and review Fear in Season 6? Alright, so I thought this was a good one to go ahead and start things off with for the Q&As. Of course, Walking Dead Season 10, I think is out on premiere now for the first episode. And of course, the premiere episode for the rest of us who don't have AMC Premiere is premiering this upcoming weekend on Sunday. So, looking forward to the Walking Dead Season 10. Going to be making lots of videos for that pretty soon here. And, kind of switching over from the weekly Fear content over to Walking Dead content 100%. So that's coming soon. But Fear the Walking Dead is in quite the state of peril right now. So that's part of the reason why we're making so many videos on it this half as well, too, is because, it's like the show seems to be struggling so hard for viewers that it's worth discussing, because the original Walking Dead series is not really in peril. It's not really in a situation where we're worried with Season 10 if it's going to be its last season. But Fear has just struggled so much in this back half of Season 5 that it really makes you wonder if the series is going to continue. And that's why I wanted to do this video with you guys and have you guys leave your comments below on what you think about this. I mean, I am just at a loss with what to do over Fear the Walking Dead right now. The deal is the Walking Dead comic book series has ended now, so it's finished, and we don't have that to cover each month as we're going through here. The original Walking Dead TV series is continuing on strong, so obviously we're going to cover that. Obviously, we'll cover the new Walking Dead series that's coming out next year. I'll probably cover some other series like the Game of Thrones prequels when they are getting closer to release, and other hit series are coming out, Stranger Things, stuff like that. The Breaking Bad movie, El Camino, I'm excited for that. Better Call Saul as well, excited for that. But Fear the Walking Dead, guys. I'll put a poll up here at some point and leave the comments below because I want to get your feedback. I want to understand where you guys are at with this. Do you think we should, guys, do you think we should continue, covering this show? I mean, it's just one that, it's been a struggle for me to do over the years because, people like the original Walking Dead series, and we cover that, and nobody really complains about that. Everybody pretty much enjoys that. There's a few people who are like, oh, I'm burned out in the original Walking Dead TV series because it's been on 10 years and everything. But for the most part, the complaints with the original Walking Dead TV series are minimal compared to what the comments are like for Fear the Walking Dead. And we'll get into some of your guys' comments for this finale here as well, too, for the rest of the Q&A questions. But I'm just at a loss with Season 6 of whether or not, okay, leave us at the cliffhanger ending. We got to come back next year to find out if Morgan's going to survive or not. And it's like, but, should we even really continue, with Fear the Walking Dead, with their views and everything, and with covering it and everything? I'm just not sure. I mean, I guess for me, when I look at Season 5, I enjoyed the first half so much. I'm really happy I covered that, and I was just enjoying that a lot, pretty much episode to episode. There was very few episodes in the first half that I thought were really that bad, and I did enjoy it. I thought it was a really great start to the season, and then the second half was just running in the mud. It was just oh man, it felt like we weren't getting anywhere, and then we just switched kind of from Logan to Virginia, and then we end things off in the end of the season with Morgan being shot by Virginia and the whole group surrendering, and it's just oh man, this is so not enjoyable for me anymore. It's like I'm sad and I feel depressed and all this stuff. And it's like I'm not getting any good vibes or any good emotions out of Fear the Walking Dead right now at all, this back half. Being honest with you guys, I just really didn't. I got some good ones from the first half because I thought it was some really cool kind of fun factor stuff with the plane and everything like that. The meltdown was cool. All that was exciting and everything. I enjoyed the characters and the character focus that they had in the first half. And then the second half just not at all, man. I mean, I guess there's the happy moment of the wedding part in the finale episode, but then after that, I mean, the part with Morgan just makes it so brutal. Everybody's being taken away like they're going to be slaves and stuff like this, and I just thought it was absolutely just terrible, man. It's oh my god, this is so bad. So I don't know, man. I mean, I guess the thing is for the premiere episode to see if Morgan's going to survive or not. I guess we should continue it. Continue with reviews and at least watch the premiere and that kind of stuff next year. But the thing about it is that when they play with this kind of, sometimes they take it seriously. Like the final scene is very serious in this season, but then there's other parts of the season that are totally like just completely ridiculous. I don't think the two merge very well together. I mean, you got to make a decision. Like either you're going to have a serious type of series that's mostly serious, or you're going to have musical craziness and silliness and stuff like that, and that's going to be your series. And you have to decide, which one are you going to go with? Are you going to go with a serious approach to it? Is Virginia a serious villain, or is she doing infomercial trailers to get people to join her group and trolling Althea in video? Like, which one is it, Because I can't put a finger on whether or not I should take this series seriously and whether or not I should, if it's worth it to keep doing it for the enjoyment, or is it so bad to the point where it's more negative than positive and we should probably stop. So let me know what you guys think. Leave your comments below. I guess I'll keep going. I'm a determined son of a bitch. I just, I keep doing what I'm doing. Like even with YouTube here with you guys, going on, it'll be close to 11 years. By the time Fear the Walking Dead Season 6 premieres, it'll be 11 years of doing the channel with you guys. So I'm a determined son of a bitch. I don't give up on stuff very easily. And so that's been the case with Fear, but it feels like it's been the case with Fear for a long time. And it's like, Trev, I know you're determined, everything like that. No one's questioning that. We all know you are, and you guys are too if you're still watching the series. But is there a point where we got to let it go? Like, is there a point where you just got to say, okay, let's just let it go? It's not about determination now. It's that this isn't worth it anymore to keep watching this every weekend and, doing this, and it's not really entertaining. It's not really enjoyable. So should we just let it go? I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I guess my instincts are, I'm not ready to just let it go yet. I do want to continue to cover Fear next year in Season 6, but I guess I would just say that as much as I enjoyed the back half of Season 5, or as much as I enjoyed the first half of Season 5, the second half for me kind of offset it to where Season 5 was almost like a moot season, and I almost didn't enjoy it overall because the second half, took away from the first half's enjoyment. So hopefully Season 6 won't be the same way. But I've been saying it for a while. Like, hopefully it gets better next. Hopefully it gets better next. And it's just not. It's like, I don't know, man. It's just not. Anyway, let me know what you guys think and where you're at with this one. And whether or not you want to watch it Season 6. And if I do reviews and if we do videos for it, will you want to watch those? Or are you interested in still doing this? Or are you like, no, let's just move on to other series and do other stuff? Because we can find other stuff to review and other stuff to watch. That's no problem. We can all do other stuff. We don't have to do this every week if we're not, enjoying it anymore. So the questions or the comments from this finale, the first ones we got, Sans the Devil says, Morgan dies, WTF, seriously, WTF? Yeah, man, it doesn't make any sense. Like, they cross him over. It's been probably 2 years. But if you want the series to continue long term, you shouldn't kill characters off so fast. Like, Fear has just been on a rampage. Even though this season, aside from this Morgan one, the whole rest of the season doesn't include any character deaths. And maybe that's why, because they were saving a big one for the end, so they felt like they didn't really need it. Because if Lenny James is going to leave after that season and he's done with Walking Dead after that's what that's what you're going to do. But you kind of think that if he was going to be killed off, they would have just shown it to us. However, they want us to come back next year to find out, and really it could go either way. So we'll see what they actually decide to do and what they do next year. But yeah, man, it's so shocking. It's so surprising they would do that. And it's just like why, man? Like, can't you do? Isn't there other stuff you could do that could be enjoyable, like the airplane thing? But I don't know. I guess maybe that other kind of stuff is budget intensive and that kind of thing. I don't know. But yeah, I'm pretty sad about it, and it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me that you'd kill off Morgan now. It's like, what? It's like no, you don't. That's why most of the time you should be killing off the lesser known characters, because it's like, yeah, it's part of the journey, but you kind of have to have your Rick or your Morgan or your Daryl or your Alicia. They kind of have to be kind of safe. You know what I mean? They kind of have to be. So otherwise, it's like WTF is right. Marco Salamanca says, Trev, honest opinion, which do you think is worse, Game of Thrones Season 8 or Fear the Walking Dead Season 5? The difference is that Game of Thrones was right at its end point in the last couple episodes there, and I liked the rest of its final season, except for the last 2 episodes or whatever, and the way they went in the ultimate finale. They did kind of a swerve at the very last episode. They did a spoiler shock value thing at the very end. So it'd sort of be similar if Fear the Walking Dead ended right here and it ended like this, then it'd be much worse. So the ending point of a series is kind of more impactful than, because with this case, you get next season, you know what's going to happen. And even if they did kill Morgan off, you know, it's just like Game of Thrones last season was, I mean, the quality of that was, you can't really compare Fear quality to that kind of quality. You just can't. You know, it took them a couple years to make it. It was, you know, incredible. There was the long night, stuff like that. And I just hated the final ending of it. The way they ended it is what I hated. I didn't really so much hate the season. I hated I hated the ending. That's what I hated. Because it's the ending of the whole story. So that's why I would say that it's probably worse. But the thing with Fear this half is that it's just, there's things that don't take itself, like it doesn't take itself seriously, and then it does. And it just doesn't know what it is. And it's just, it can't get its theme down, I feel like. And it's just like, oh man, like if you think about it this way, episode 15 of Fear, you got this stupid camera stuff going on. It's just ridiculous. You can't take it seriously at all and think like these people, like this lady's a vicious killer, but she's going to do this trailer video like this, and it's all this ridiculous stuff. And then the very next episode, you have her brutally, you know, murdering Morgan just because he's of no use to her. So it's like, oh man. So I don't like either one really, I'd say. But because this is not the final season of Fear, Game of Thrones stands out to me still as kind of worse because of it being the actual ending. If this had been the final season of Fear, then I'd be pretty disappointed with if this was the final episode or something. Rene K says for the video, here's a positive one where we were flaming Fear, going through the angry comments about Fear. She said, best Fear video so far, hands down, Trev. So a lot of people like that one, and thanks you guys for the response from that. That one got a good response that people did like the video where we just, you know, we went through all the angry comments about Fear. That was fun. So I did like that and everything. That was fun to do. Maybe we could do one more of those this week or next week or something because JTM Conceptions says when reading the comments or reading the hate comments ripping apart how awful the show is, more entertaining than watch the actual show. It's pretty clear for them to go back to the drawing board and hire more competent writers. So, and other people said that there's going to be even more hate after this finale episode, and I kind of agree. It just wasn't an enjoyable kind of cap off to the season, and I just don't know what to say here. American Woman said there was a spoiler on the finale that will likely tick you off far worse than anything before. Grr. So I guess, you know, she was pissed off too. Yeah, it got spoiled for me, but still seeing it was traumatic, and I actually didn't believe the spoiler when I first saw it. You know, I saw the spoiler, people had put it in there before I got a chance to see the episode, and I was like, Morgan, like, what? No, that's BS. And then I saw it like 2 or 3 more times, and I was like, what? Are you kidding me? And then when it finally happened, I was just in shock. I couldn't really do anything. I was just like sitting there in shock, like, what the... All that was coming into my head was, what the fuck are they doing? Like, what are they doing? Like, what are you doing? You know, like, I just don't get it, man. I don't get it. It's like, why? It's not entertaining to see it, and I don't know, man. It's just so shocking. It was just pretty brutal and everything. It's like, but then the episode beforehand was the stupid camera stuff, so it's like, I just don't get it, man. I don't get what you're trying to do. Tammy Nicholas says they definitely disappointed everyone. So there's that poll, man, you know, and like I said, I don't want to get involved with that, but it's like, you know, I mean, you know, I guess I'm still not going to, but, you know, I get it if people want to, you know, do this poll and stuff. It's like, yeah, I get it, man. It's oh, man, I don't know. Boyd Crowder was the one who said, I hated the episode. I bet the hate comments on Twitter and Instagram are going to be far more vicious than they were last week. And I was so wrong about the finale looking really good. It's going to be like, it looked like a great episode and everything. It's like, no, it doesn't look like it wasn't. I was wrong, man. All right. So, yeah. All right. Last one is just John Doe, who just says about the showrunners that, you know, it's their... Okay, so I think they should be fired. So for the showrunners, he said, not me, this is him saying this, because it's the showrunner's job to give the fans good content. That's like me working as a chef at a restaurant, right? And all the food I prepare is unbearable to eat and customers complain. Should I get fired? Hell yeah. So he's got a good point. You know, at the end of the day, it's supposed to be entertainment, so it's supposed to be entertaining. And, you know, it's just... I don't know. I guess overall for Fear right now, it's just not. It's not any of the cast's fault or the crew's fault, I don't think. I think it's the overall direction of kind of where they're going with it. People are just not. People don't like it. You know, if you're going to be serious, you kind of have to be serious like all the time. You know, keep that tension and keep those things going straight through. You can't really flip back and forth between the silly comedy. Next thing you know, guys getting shot in the in the heart and all this stuff is like, it's like brutal, or at least close to it anyway. Let me know what you guys think, man. That's kind of where I'm at for right now. Should we continue? Should we not? I just don't know. I mean, I guess so, but maybe that's a character fault of mine, is that I don't know when to let it go. Like, when it's pretty obvious that it's like, Trev, you gotta let it go, man. People don't like it anymore. You keep covering this thing, people don't like it, you gotta let it go. It's like, and I just can't. So I don't know. If there are some of you guys that do still want to continue next year, leave the comments below. And if you're still enjoying it, let me know. Is there some light out there in all this darkness I keep seeing? Where people are like, no, I still enjoy it, I still want to go forward with it, or I'm disappointed with it, but I still want to go forward with it. Leave the comments below. If you like the video, please thumb it up below. You can share, you can favorite, and subscribe at the bottom left if you're new. That's it for this one. See you guys again soon for another video. It's Trev saying peace. Later, guys. See you soon.